In New Zealand, John starts a new day of work. He goes from house to house collecting the money neighbors pay for the protection of the local kingpin. On his way he bumps into his friend Gaz, who is bored and decides to come along. When all the money has been collected, John takes it to his boss. Shelton shows him an explosive vest that his sister Kelly has been building, and John is immediately interested in her. However, Shelton drags him away for a serious talk. The Chinese mafia is looking to set up shop in this town, starting by using Wali's antique shop as a gambling drop. Shelton refuses to give up control of his town, so he has a plan. A shipment of crime money will be dropped off at the antique store, and Shelton wants John and Gaz to intercept it. Afterward, the boys go to the bowling club for a drink and discuss what they'd do if they had money like Shelton. Gaz points out that the shipment will be in the store for anyone to steal and says that they should take it for themselves, but John is too scared of Shelton to act behind his back. Later at the cemetery, Kelly finds John drinking beer in front of his parents' graves. John admits he wants to start his own organization, so Kelly points out that he needs to grow some nuts to do so. When John goes home, his landlady tells him he needs to move out before 6. It turns out he's been living in her garage and now she needs it for an actual car. John doesn't have anywhere to go, so he looks in the mirror and hypes himself up until he's brave enough to call Gaz to agree to do the robbery. At the antique store, he meets with Gaz and they wait for the shipment to arrive. A car soon arrives and brings out a tire, so John assumes the money is hidden there. After Wen leaves, the boys put on some masks and Gaz reveals he's brought his mother's gun. The duo rushes into the shop and they ask Wali where the Chinese money is, so he points at the tire. Bracelet is very dangerous. If he uses it, a demon will come for him. John ignores him and finally runs to join Gaz. Wen enters the store and gets angry when he sees that the tire has been emptied, so he tries to run after the boys with a blade in hand. Outside, John uses a box cutter on one of the tires on Wen's car before joining Gaz in his vehicle. Later the duo reaches a hideout in the woods. Suddenly 2 people jump on John and capture him before passing the bag of money to Shelton, who knew about the plan all along because Gaz betrayed his friend. He checks John's pockets and finds the bracelet, so he puts it on John's wrist to mock him for liking girly things. Then Shelton orders Gaz to kill John, but Gaz can't bring himself to do it. A thug named Damage volunteers and Gaz tries to leave, but Shelton forces him to watch. However, when Damage shoots, the bullet goes backwards and hits Terry in the eye. Gaz doesn't have any more bullets because his mother keeps them locked up, so Officer Lei shows up to remind them that they aren't supposed to discharge firearms in public. Shelton uses the Chinese money to buy his silence. Meanwhile, John hides inside,
telling him to press it, and John is shocked to see himself at the back of the trailer. He runs away while the second John yells that he'll know when to push the button. Eventually John has to stop running to throw up. The thugs finally get to catch him and dunk his head in dirty water, trying to drown him. Not knowing what else to do, John presses the button. Things look blurry for a while and his body feels funny. When he looks up, he finds himself alone and the trailer is empty. John returns to the hideout and is surprised to see himself surrounded by Shelton's
present self to tell him about the button, recreating the scene. Moments later, Kelly finds John and tells him that Shelton's gang is still looking for him. The bracelet to get the money back or he'll kill him and Kelly. He gives him a card with the address of an inn where they'll meet tonight. Afterward, John presses the button and goes who can help. They knock on a container and say the password before Jay comes out ready to shoot his slingshot. He's confused by the sight of 2 Johns, so they tell him what happened. Jay takes a close look at the bracelet and recognizes the demon toady, who is known for eating everything in sight and then itself. The bracelet was made in ancient China, eager to use this power to save his homeland. The monk warned him that if he met himself while time traveling, the demon would come for him, but Wali ignored him. Using the bracelet, Wali easily won the war by going back in time every time he lost a fight and trying again with the new knowledge. The country called him a hero.